Back to back, the Celtics are able to get the 102 win tonight in game 4 of this series against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I am Nick. I want to welcome in Pat, who's also joining me this evening to talk and break down this Celtics game, which was a nail biter. I want to make sure that we talk about that. It was a turnover machine as well. But at the end of the day, the Celtics' two big stars of Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum showed up to play, ready to roll, and deliver the Celtics now control of this series, up 3-1. Pat, welcome in. Let's talk Celts.
Let's talk about a sloppy Celtics game.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that was it was quite the game. I mean, it felt like one of those games with Donovan Mitchell being out and knowing Celtics all season and last season and the season before that and for the last couple of years, when the big stars aren't playing, somehow neither of the Celtics. But they kind of showed that they could push through. They turned up the intensity and somehow squeaked out a win.
When we heard the news today that Donovan Mitchell for the Cavaliers was not going to be playing tonight, calf strain, I think that's what they were calling the injury.
Yep.
Red flags were thrown on the play for me because I take that news as the Celtics players think, oh, Donovan Mitchell's not playing. We don't got to ball hard. Forget it. We just can just show up. We just need our participation points. Let's just participate and we'll get the job done. I hate that mentality so much of this team where when they take their foot off the gas, this is when problems start to happen. And with that, I'm very grateful they were able to pull this one out because it did not have that feel of the Celtics getting that win, particularly even as this game got to the fourth quarter. But I want to give some credit where credit's due. I looked more at clutchness, and I felt for clutchness, Jaylen Brown had the clutch gene in him tonight, not so much Jayson Tatum. What do you think on that point?
No, I totally agree. It felt like Brown kept that intensity up. I mean, he's one of those guys that when he gets fired up, he stays fired up. No matter if he's on the bench and comes back in, he's still fired up. And I don't know who pissed him off tonight, but he was extra fired up tonight. So, a lot of
he wanted to fight. He wanted to fight tonight.
At the end of the game, he was calling people out. I'm like, what is he even mad about right now? But I'm not mad about it because he came out of this game with 27 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist. I call that a good game.
Do you think he had a better game than Tatum?
Yes, because I think Tatum was throwing up a lot of really stupid shots that game. I mean, his three-point percentage was 2 for 8, and I think that's a lot of the reason because he kept taking those stupid step-back sidestep. The guy can hit him. I know he can hit him, but the refs were getting in his head. He was getting in his head because of the refs, because he wasn't getting his foul calls, which I get can be frustrating, but you're an NBA player. You're leading the team. You can't be like that. And you can't just take those sidestep threes because you go 2 for 8 and it hurts your team and you. So I think Jaylen Brown was more focused. I think he wanted to win more than, well, I mean, they all wanted to win, but I think Jaylen Brown brought the intensity.
Jaylen Brown wanted to get the team over that level, over that hump. And that's what I witnessed from tonight with watching as well.
Yeah.
I look at star of the game. You know how we like to do our stars and all that jazz from everything. And call-outs, of course.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown is my star of the game. I thought two-way ball with offense, defense, getting the job done in a lot of different ways and showing that leadership to carry the team to get them over this hump to get this series at a 3-1 stage. I was most impressed with him. Now back to Jayson Tatum. The thing that infuriated me watching this game as it continued to go on, we know from past playoff runs the biggest weakness of the Celtics and where trouble happens is the turnover game. The turnovers of Jayson Tatum are a major concern of mine. And I don't understand why this is continuing to happen with all the tools and everything that he has assembled here from his roster. But it's got to stop. They have sometimes zero control over the ball. When they dribble, they throw it up, and they sometimes don't even know where certain players are in spots. That's going to come down to coaching as well, too. This is what concerns me, too, as the series goes on and the playoffs continue here. I don't love Joe Mazzulla as their coach. I don't. I'm just going to be full transparent out there. Until otherwise proven wrong, I sometimes feel that Mazzulla does not know how to control the game. I sometimes feel he doesn't know when to call a timeout, doesn't know when to put certain plays in motion and decide upon what's going to happen. I think he sometimes trusts his guys a little too much, where he sometimes should interject himself a little bit more and be a coach. The approaches work fine so far. I'm not going to complain. This is not a complaint. This is more so just as we get to hopefully the next round and hopefully to an NBA championship round of sorts as well. I look for those little things. And sometimes they can make the biggest difference on if you're going to win these close games and get to be a champion. Just want to put that out there.
No, and I can see where you're coming from. Do I particularly agree? A little bit. But at the same time, I see what you're saying. He is a second-year coach, head coach, done. Last year was a fluke because he only had a couple days before the season started. I think where I disagree a little bit is that I think the progression from last year to this year is huge in terms of Joe Mazzulla. But I think you're right. I think he's still learning how to command this team. And this team has a lot of very big voices on it. Less than last year, thanks to losing Marcus Smart and Grant Williams. Good riddance, Grant Williams. Marcus Smart, I miss you, but I'm glad he's gone too. I think that Joe is still trying to figure out how to be the voice of this team. And I think he hasn't clearly, as you saw tonight with the stupid Jayson Tatum turnovers, which all of his turnovers were stupid. They weren't like, oh, he got his pocket picked, whatever. He was driving into four guys
very dumb
and just losing the ball. So, yeah, I think Joe Mazzulla definitely has some work to do. Do I think he's the right fit for the Celtics right now? Yes. I don't really see any better options unless you get like a Spo or someone like that. But even then, they didn't make it out of the first round. So it is what it is. But, I think Joe Mazzulla definitely has more to learn. And I think he definitely needs to take control of Jayson Tatum and the team. Because when Jayson Tatum has his diva fits, someone needs to calm him down.
Yeah, and I will agree so far, too, that this whole run of the playoffs so far has been much more improved. I'm definitely more at ease with where we're at right now than last year, kind of getting the team handed to him after Udoka and all that incident that happened from there. So I think he's got his feet a little bit more wet and knows what he needs to do here. So I'll agree as well on your take from there. Now, also on the turnover front, and I'm changing guards now to another player because last night, or the other night when we were talking about who's a call out, who am I calling out for the night? I called out Al Horford. I did. I didn't want to because I like Al Horford. He's a pros pro, a veteran, and a key glue guy to this Celtics team. But tonight was another one of those nights where Al, if you're going to sit there at the three-point line and continue to miss your shots that you're wide open on, go take a seat, my friend. Go take a seat because I don't need to see that anymore. They got to manage the minutes a little bit better. They're using him awful lot, and we talked about this before without Kristaps Porzingis and everything there. Al has to be better in these moments. I'm not overly concerned on it, but the past two games, at least that we've seen with Al Horford, have been abysmal. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say abysmal.
That was clever. I like that one. Yeah, no, I think Al's biggest problem is mobility. I think that he's younger, faster, strong. Well, I don't know about stronger, but he's more ready for the spot. I know Jared Allen isn't in this game, and thank God he's not. Without KP and having Jared Allen here, we'd have problems.
Yep.
But I think Al is just, obviously he's not the guy he used to be. But you're right. If you can't keep taking those shots, you just can't keep taking corner threes, especially when you miss the same shot 4 times in a row, and that hurts the team too. You got to make the right play. You got to move the ball. That's Celtics basketball. That's what we've been doing all year. I don't know why we all of a sudden get away from it with Cleveland, but we did. So I'm with you. I'm a little disappointed in Al's play. I get it. He's older, and it's probably taking a toll on him, but still, get yourself together. And Joe Mazzulla, I don't know. Let's play Luke Cornett a little bit more. He's been playing great. I mean,
I gotta say, Cornett has been one of the guys that has been one of my bigger surprises in the playoffs right now. It's about finding him his right role, finding the role that he's going to fit well into. And right now, I'm going to give Joe Mazzulla actually credit for this because I feel like he's finding the right ways of inserting Cornett into the lineup. So I'm going to give him credit on that. Congrats, coach. Keep it up with that.
Yep, totally agree.
Who are you calling out tonight?
Ooh, my call out tonight. I could do Derek White again, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna take a page out of your book and go Al Horford.
Okay.
I just think the shot selection wasn't quite where it should be. I think that there was better shots he could have been taking, and I think there was a better way to play that game without chucking up threes and looking like Marcus Smart out there. I just don't think that's the right way to play.
Yep. Gentlemen sweep. We gonna see this? It's going to happen. What's today? Monday? Are we on a Monday? So that would mean Wednesday. As far as I know, we go Wednesday? I'm just going to double check because I sometimes know that the schedules change and everything. It looks like it would be Wednesday. So it was Wednesday we move into the next round after that.
I hope so.
I am in the same predicament. Let's get it done. Rest them up and get ready for Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. I like that. Yes, he should be.
He should be. Apparently, he was doing a light workout today, and Derek White came out and said they've been doing rehab by playing music, whatever that means.
I mean, we're doing our own rehab right here with our lovely lounge music here.
That's what
no one's complimented the music yet. It's all about the music.
I'm feeling liberal with this.
We got no dancing. Come on, people, get with it. I'm not dancing over this one. This is a good segue into the final thing I want to talk about because we're done on the Celtics front. We congratulate them for their win. And now, of course, back to Loserville, Boston. The Red Sox lose tonight against the Rays. Tyler O'Neill had a big home run in the bottom of the first. The Red Sox trailed 3-0 early in this game. Tyler O'Neill tied it up, but Cutter Crawford did not have a very good outing tonight. He toughed through it. He got himself at least decently through this game, but it was not pretty, folks. The final score, they just wrapped a few minutes ago. The final score ends up being 5-3 Rays. What you see in the Rays is a far superior baseball team than your Boston Red Sox. Just across the board. Red Sox, you are on the back burner right now, and I want you on the back burner as long as we can go. Hopefully till mid-June when the Celtics wrap this whole thing up. Because right now, if the Red Sox get all the attention in Boston, you will have for sale signs on the homes very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. I mean, hopefully we make it to the finals so we can stretch out this period that we just have to watch the Red Sox lose. But, there's a lot of injuries. There's still a little hope left. But, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's just this team is trying to figure it out.
I'll tell it as it is. Hopeless in Boston.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like sleepless in Seattle, hopeless in Boston. That's your Red Sox. You heard it here first.
Yep.
Final thoughts before we wrap tonight.
Final thoughts. Please, Celtics, don't blow it at home. You love doing that sometimes. Don't bring it to 6. Get it done with. Take the rest. The Knicks are in a competitive series right now. Everyone else is in a competitive series that could go any way. Take the rest, especially where you have Al Horford playing extended minutes, because you're going to need him, hopefully off the bench, but you're going to need him, because both these teams are young, quick teams that we could be going up against.
You're starting to get a lot of mileage on those legs and everything with Tatum and Brown and Horford, of course. And it's time to gentlemen sweep them, rest it up, and get ready for the Eastern Conference Finals. We don't want to jump the gun just yet, but I'm feeling pretty confident about the direction that we're heading here for right now. We'll see what happens Wednesday night. Pat, thanks for joining. Again, subscribe, follow on either the Bay State Sports Pod on YouTube. You can watch from there. You can watch from Instagram, which is pretty cool now. You can watch from Facebook. You can watch from the Active Ed Online account on YouTube. It is about time that we get our own TV show on one of these cable streaming networks.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't find this quality on anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Get the petition going, folks. Let's go. Make it happen.
I'll be the first signature.
That's me too. I'll be the second, third, fourth, fifth. We will see you again real soon. Have a good night, everybody.